Update 3. On our anniversary, my wife said, "I'm not your property. I'm opening our marriage," kissed my best friend and went on a trip with him. I changed the locks and started the divorce. A week later, I had 98 calls from her. My daughter yelled, "How dare you evict mom over this? You're an insecure loser if you can't accept new reality. You failed as a dad, failed as a husband, and as a man." I gave her a DNA test saying, "Don't ever call me again. I will sue for all the money I spent on you." I marched to the guest room, flung the door open, and flicked on the overhead light. Willow jolted awake, squinting at me in confusion. "What's your problem, Norman?" she demanded, her voice gravelly with sleep. I hurled the t-shirt onto the bed. "Who is that?" I growled. She blinked, then tried to grab it. "Give that to me." "Not until you tell me who it belongs to," I roared, my voice echoing off the walls. Behind me, I heard Thomas's door open. Piper too shuffled into the hallway, looking pale. They stared into the guest room, seeing me stand over Willow, the t-shirt dangling from my hand like incriminating evidence. "Mom," Piper's voice trembled. "What's going on?" Willow shot Piper a desperate look. "This is nothing, just, yeah, Norman's overreacting. Probably from that whiskey he's been drinking." I let out a bitter laugh. "Oh, I'm overreacting. Maybe you can explain how an extra-large pair of boxers ended up in your suitcase. Maybe you can explain how they smell like some cologne I've never worn in my life." "It's mine," Thomas blurted, stepping forward. "Sometimes I wear extra baggy clothes to sleep. You know, like pajamas." I spun on him. "Don't you try lying to me, boy. These are at least 2 sizes bigger than you'd ever need. Let's see if you can fit into them." I crumpled the boxers in one fist, and practically slammed them into Thomas's chest. He nearly toppled back from my aggression, arms raised defensively. Piper cut in, voice shaking. "Dad, calm down, just calm down. This isn't what you think. Maybe they got mixed up in the resort laundry." "Mixed up?" I was practically shouting. "You're going to stand there and tell me these just appeared in your mother's suitcase? Don't feed me that nonsense." Willow stood, her expression flipping between anger and a tinge of panic. "I don't have to explain every little thing to you, Norman. I'm an adult. If something ended up in my suitcase from the hotel, or from the laundry service, it's none of your business." That final phrase tore the last thread of restraint I had. "None of my business," I hissed. "The day you and the kids left me behind to party with your father, you gave up the right to secrecy in my home." I strode to the suitcase, yanked it off the floor, and began flinging her belongings out the window in a blind fury: blouses, beach covers, fancy sandals. Each soared into the darkness of the yard. Willow screamed, rushing to stop me, but I used my free arm to block her. "You want your stuff, go pick it off the lawn." "Dad, stop it," Piper cried. She dashed over to me, trying to pull my arm down. Thomas grabbed my shoulder. "Come on, old man, this is insane." I shook them both off. "Stay out of this," I shouted. "You and your sister have lied to me for days, maybe months. You made a fool out of me while I was working on my birthday. Don't you dare try to calm me down now." Willow lunged for the suitcase, but I swung it sideways,